I think I'm a special one.
What are we doing? What are we doing?
All right, what's up? Back on the podcast, episode 30. Chad's starting us off with the bang. Scarves up. First time I'm seeing him since the last episode.
Yeah, man. Missed you. Looking pretty buff in that jersey.
Oh, yeah, man. We'll get to the jersey in a sec. But it's been a while, man. It's been like 2 months. The last time we did a podcast was like just after the October national team games. And it's like mid-December right now. So
yeah, I feel like so much has happened. We say this every time. It's
yeah.
like, we haven't came on in a month.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone's surprised.
But like we were finishing up like our seasons and stuff, and like we're gonna get back to like a regular schedule. Like I think last winter we did a really good job of like getting out some good content. That's when we did the Alexi Lawless podcast. We did the Rondo podcast. So like I think the winter's good for us to get moving again.
I remember that one.
Rondo. Take your vitamins. Probably one of my all-time favorites. But yeah, and I think we're gonna start like scheduling out, maybe like every Friday or every other Friday is like podcast night, and then like we get it going, and then like we actually start like a better rhythm instead of like we got into the rhythm of after every national team cycle we review it, and it's like that's kind of like an ugly rhythm to get into. So
not cycle, window,
yeah, cycle is like the full 4 years. So
that's like what we're on pace to do. Is
every 4 years we'll come out with one podcast to review the national team. So yeah, dude, what are you wearing?
Wearing the new Union kits from this year. Season's over, but that was fresh kit. You got the same one, right?
Yeah, I have Ilsinho on the back of mine though.
My bad. I got no one on the back.
Yeah. This one. So I'm wearing. So I've talked about it before. So at work every Friday, we order from the local diner, and the guy who owns it, Derman, he's from Turkey. So we would always talk about like soccer and stuff. He knew I was a soccer fan. And he would tell me about his team in Turkey, which is this team, Trabzonspor. I think I'm saying it correctly. So he got me a jersey. One time he got me a mask with the logo on it. And then he got me this jersey. So it's Trabzonspor. I don't know the brand, but I'm filling out the sleeves pretty nicely. And I'll turn around real quick. If you can see, it literally says Andrew Catalana on the back, number 10, which is so sick. So after this episode, I think we'll replace maybe Ronaldinho or maybe Altidore. I don't know. One of these two jerseys in the background here. So it'll just say Andrew Catalana. Replace Altidore?
One to replace between Ronaldinho and Altidore, it's got to be Altidore.
I'm thinking we go like a steady rotation of jerseys instead of just leaving these two up. But yeah, it'd be cool. It just says Andrew Catalana, number 10 on the back. I think it's cool that we have all this soccer gear, like even these scarves here, right? Like they all have like a story. It's like, just for example, like I coach at St. Augustine Prep, so that scarf's hanging up. This Union scarf was the first scarf I got, like before the Union even played a game. I got it, and then I wore it to the first ever game the Union played. I wore it to the first ever game they played at then PPL Park. I wore it to 2 playoff games that we went to this year. So like I don't know, it's cool that this stuff has a story. All of our soccer gear.
That team you're wearing right now?
Trabzonspor.
I want to see if I know any of their players.
I think they have a couple older guys that are good. They just beat somebody, I think. But yeah, so it's been a while since we did a podcast. So what's the agenda for today?
So we can review a little bit, but some stuff's a little old news.
Yeah, so we'll just kind of touch over it.
Yeah, I want to pick your brain.
There's a lot of brain up here to pick. So
see what you're thinking.
Yeah.
And then we do a little USMNT draft, part 2. We did one.
You still make fun of me for my team.
We did one of our first episodes, but it's funny because some of Andrew's picks just never quite worked.
My goalie on that team was literally David Ochoa, who's now playing for like the Mexican national team. Like,
and your left back was Chris Gloucester, who isn't even playing first team.
He's good though, dude. But yeah, so we'll get into that. I think like if you guys listening like want to hear like a more like in-depth review on like something specific. So let's say the Union losing the playoffs and you want to hear a breakdown of the Union game or the Union season. Like that's something we would do too, but it's hard because like we're not sure how current we want this news to be, or because like if we wait a week, that news is old. Like we beat Mexico 2-0, 2-0, perfect at home, played them off the field for most of the game, and like we just didn't do an episode right after, and then like 5 days later, it's old news. So, yeah, you want to kind of talk about the current national team for a sec? So we beat Mexico 2-0 in where was it, Cincinnati?
Yeah.
Yep. And then we go down to Jamaica, tie 1-1. So overall, like I would say, a good window, but not the best. Like we're hoping for 6 points there. There's 2 games.
When you go up to beating Mexico 2-0 at home, you might drop some points. I mean,
yeah,
then there's a down.
Yeah, I think it's like only way down. It's hard to stay at that like emotional high after beating Mexico. But you told me we were beating Mexico 2-0 at home. Like you kind of take whatever result.
It's a 6-pointer.
Yeah, because we're fighting with them. I mean, Mexico's kind of in a tough spot. Apparently, a lot of their players and their coach, there's like some arguing there. I heard Edson Alvarez and one of the other players like flew to Mexico City, did a commercial, and like got in the night before that game to play. And they're like late to camp with the national team, the Mexican national team. Yeah, so we broke them. We're gonna get Tata fired. He got Berhaltered. You got Greg, Triple G'd.
Triple G.
Yeah, and then the Jamaica game was just kind of clunky, bad field. Like,
dude, I forget that Jamaica game.
Mikel Antonio just absolutely ripped one.
Who else scored? Didn't Weah score?
Weah scored kind of early. Yep.
Okay.
You want to talk some MLS playoffs real quick?
Yeah, man. Where should we start? The Union?
Yeah, I mean, so the Union get in as the 2 seed in the East, and like they beat the Red Bulls. That Glesnes goal to beat the Red Bulls last minute of extra time, like one of the best, top 3 moments of all time Union history, right? Like it is just like crazy. It's funny that it's Jacob Glesnes who scored the rip against LAFC 2 years ago, or 1 year ago, I guess. Another rip against Atlanta United. He just scores these ridiculous goals. And it's funny because like one of the girls that I coached on my girls team, like she's now like this huge Glesnes fan. Like Glesnes is her favorite player. I'm like, that's awesome because this random like Norwegian center back is just like some like youth player's like favorite player.
He's a beast, man.
Yeah. And then they go on, they beat Nashville in penalty kicks. We were at that game. That was a good game. It was fun to watch. Intense, fast paced.
Yeah. I thought they should have won, but they called Gostag's second goal off.
Yeah.
Even though I hate Gostag.
Jeez.
I think the Union should have never signed them, but
wow,
that's a different story.
And then we go on to lose in New York City 2-1. It just stinks that like that run, like I think we were gonna beat New York City, and all the COVID stuff happened. I had 11 players out because of COVID. I think 6 of them were starters, and then we lose on like 2 crap mistakes, honestly. And then New York City goes on wins MLS Cup.
I think from the Union's perspective or whatever, if they had like their starting goalie in goal, or at least their starting center backs, and Bizo still might have started, but like he probably wouldn't have made that mistake because there's probably multiple people telling him like clear the ball, do a bunch of stuff.
It's hard to like get mad at someone for one mistake. Like even the best players make like one mistake. If he's making 5 or 6, then you're like, all right, this guy's not cut out for the level. But Bizo's a good player. I don't know. What do you think the Union need to do in the offseason?
So they already re-signed Glesnes again, right? Yeah. They re-signed Glesnes. I'd say re-sign as many people as you can. Got to get a forward.
So you're thinking bring back as many people as you can.
Yeah. And
then just go get like a big money forward.
Yeah, like someone to play along. Dude, I don't even know who. I guess Shapilko, but like someone to play alongside him, or just someone else up there.
So
like that's where you spend your money on.
Mm-hmm. So Charlotte FC, the new team in MLS, they had their expansion draft. So like if you're an MLS team, you get to protect a certain amount of players from this expansion draft, and everybody else is eligible to be picked up by the expansion team. And Corey Burke was left unprotected, but they didn't pick him. So Union didn't have anybody picked. So I'm guessing all of those guys are back. So if you pair like Casper and like a top level DP striker, you know, hopefully like Jamiro Montero stays, or like
But
some
it's
of the
got to be a different type of striker than Casper.
yeah, well, that's why Santos was effective. You just run and like run the channels.
Yeah, and Santos hopefully comes back because I like him and he's good off the bench.
Yeah, he's an energy guy. I think a lot of like modern coaches now, they think of the game in like chunks. You see Berhalter do it too, where he brings in like 2 subs at a time or 3 subs at a time. Changes a little bit tactically, but like when those guys are going in, like the team knows like, all right, we're shifting a little bit to this style, and like it throws the other team off.
I also think next year is the year where a lot more of the youth players for the Union break into the team and starting a bit more, like Jack McGlenn starts a bunch more.
Yeah, Nathan
Aronson, Nathan Harrell.
Yeah. I mean, we lost Brendan Aronson, Mark McKenzie, sold them for good fees. They were both in the MLS best 11 that year. They were both like 21, 20 years old, like homegrown. So like it's a big loss. And I don't think they expected those guys to move on that quickly either. So, yeah. And then I also think they were better during the season when they played a 4-4-2 diamond, like a tight diamond in the midfield. Towards the end of the year, they were like short forward. So they end up playing 4 defenders, 3 center midfielders, 2 attacking midfielders, and a forward. So it was just Casper all alone up top. And you had like Martinez, the defensive mid, and then like 2 center mids next to him that were just kind of doing all the work, like defensive work. They'd run out to press guys and whatever. But you're too narrow, and I think the 4-4-2 gives you better balance, and you could hit the channels more. And I think they were just more comfortable in that too, honestly.
Yeah, and Flock was a good signing this year. He's like the left-sided Bedoya, just works really hard. And then I didn't even see much from, what was his name, Bueno?
Yeah, he didn't play much. He started to at the end, but yeah. So maybe
I thought he was supposed to be a pretty good signing, but he didn't play too much. But
yeah, we'll see. So hopefully they make like a good signing. Hopefully they have like money to spend on like a legit guy. But my dream offseason for the Union, Josie Altidore is a free agent. Go get Josie Altidore on the cheap. Diego Valeri from Portland's a free agent. Go get Diego Valeri. And like that's not all the moves, but like those are 2 MLS veterans. Like the Union aren't known for bringing in contributing players from MLS, but
I don't want Josie to come in and tear apart that locker room.
He's not going to tear apart the locker. What are you talking about?
He's already forced out a coach or 2 in Toronto, probably by himself.
Yeah, and he also set like the single most points, like the single like points record for a season, and won MLS Cup in the same year. So
points record?
Most points in a season. Supporter shield, all that.
It's broken now.
Yeah, everybody breaks it every year. Everyone just keeps breaking it. But yeah. Let's talk about MLS. I mean, they beat the Timbers in
I thought New York City were going to win. I thought it was just at home, their game. New York City. I don't like New York City FC, but pretty impressive that I don't know who they played the first round. I forget, but pretty impressive that they went to New England, won, went to Philly, won, and went to Portland and won.
Yeah,
3 away places.
Yeah, but the team that they beat, that Union team is not a playoff team. The team that they trotted out there against New York City because of all the COVID stuff. Anything else with MLS? What else are we going to talk about?
Since we've been gone, there's been some manager appointments.
Oh, let's talk about who.
Ralph Rangnick.
My boy, I think the last episode we did, we were talking about Ole in or Ole out. Well, things have changed big time since then.
Yeah, dude.
What do you think
about
Rangnick?
I like it, I guess. I mean, I don't really have an opinion on it.
Dude, I love it. Like, I was on here talking about Ole, saying like he's yet to establish any kind of system, or like some players have gotten better, but like it's not. I don't think it's really because of him. I don't know. But Rangnick, like months before all of this stuff, like I just would just like see YouTube videos or like read articles about him, basically just because he's the guy that kind of like started the whole Red Bull like pressing revolution with Leipzig, Salzburg, New York Red Bulls. And like because Brendan Aronson was at RB Salzburg and like we had Jesse Marsch at RB Leipzig, there was a lot of like crossover there. So I was just reading more about it, and like a lot of like modern tactics I think are like born off of this philosophy, this Red Bull philosophy. So I just started learning more about Rangnick, and I love the guy. I think he's going to do great. So it seems like he's going to be the manager till the end of the season and then step into some kind of like advisor role. So maybe he's going to hire like one of his guys or one of the guys he's worked with before.
Yeah. Yeah.
And United's already improved, but every team kind of does that when they fire a manager. They always get like a little bump as soon as they do it.
Yeah. What was I going to say? Oh, so I don't really know too much history about Ralph Rangnick, but everyone was just hyping him up as soon as he like got linked to United and when he got signed as their manager. Like he hasn't really coached long at places, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I just don't think soccer managers really do. And like Rangnick's actually had like a philosophy and a system and implemented it at different places. Most coaches, like, all right, Jose Mourinho goes to a place and coaches for like a year and a half and has no system at all. Like what Rangnick does is way more impressive.
Park the bus.
Yeah, it's park the bus and complain about everything, and then like get like the media talks about him getting fired for 3 months, and then he finally gets fired. Like that's the Mourinho cycle.
Yeah, I mean, didn't you say you were like you think Carrick's going to be the coach next year? Like maybe Carrick will learn on.
Yeah, and then that night, like Carrick was like, "I'm leaving the club."
So maybe it will be one of Rangnick's boys that takes over United. But
he hired American coach Chris Armas, who coached the New York Red Bulls, got fired from Toronto FC, hired him as an assistant. I don't know. Maybe he'll bring Jesse Marsch in too, who got fired from RB Leipzig.
True.
Or no.
That'd be crazy. Jesse Marsch is the coach of Man United.
After wrongfully getting fired from Leipzig.
Also, Xavi took over Barcelona.
Dude, I feel like this is, no matter what happens, like this is not going to end well with Barcelona. Like the team is just so weird. Like I feel like Xavi blames Dest for every mistake. Like Serginho Dest does not play under Xavi.
Xavi blames Dest?
I think so. Like he never plays, dude. I think Xavi hates Serginho Dest.
Like this,
yeah, he's definitely
like Xavi is like open about it and says like how Dest like is the problem.
I think Dest is gonna get a move somewhere.
Yeah, but Pulisic might get a move to Barca.
Pulisic for Dest straight up.
We were talking about Dest on Chelsea.
Yeah, Dest. Like if Dest went to Chelsea, this is the stupidest conversation ever. Could he play left wing back and just like cut in on his right? Because he's not beating Reece James out for a spot.
I mean, they need a left wing back. Well, they have Alonso.
I love Alonso. I think he's good.
But they need some depth there. Yeah. So
Joel's hurt. What else? Anything else big?
The Ballon d'Or.
Yeah. I really could care less about that.
All right, just tell me who you think should have won.
I don't know, Lewandowski maybe. Like,
you think Lewandowski should have won?
I don't know. I really am not like concerned about. I mean, I'm sure they give it to Messi because of he had success with Argentina this summer.
Yeah, I think Messi deserved it.
But
not. Like, if Lewandowski won, it'd be like, okay.
Messi barely has any goals for PSG. Like, I know he plays well, but like
people also talk about how Messi's had a slow start at PSG. Like, he's had a slow few games at PSG. Now you watch every PSG game, he's getting 1 assist, 1 goal and an assist, like normal Messi things.
I guess. I don't know. I think Mbappe is the best player on the team.
People hate Messi.
I don't know.
The Messi hate.
I feel bad because I probably just don't appreciate him enough for like how good he is. But it's whatever.
And then the other day was the Champions League draw.
How funny was it? So I have like alerts like on my phone. So I see the Champions League draw comes out. I'm sitting at work early in the morning and I see like so I pull it up and I'm looking at all the matchups and then I see a tweet like yeah, it's going to be redrawn. Like there was a problem. It's like, what the heck? Like, and then they just redrew all of the matchups.
Yeah, apparently Man United, I don't know if this is true, but Man United got drawn against Villarreal and they were in the same group.
Yeah.
And then they did it again and Atletico Madrid wasn't in Man United's pot when they got drawn. You know what I mean? Like Atletico Madrid wasn't an option. So they had to redo the whole draw.
Yeah.
And then they got paired together.
Yeah, well, because you can't be with somebody from your own league, can't be with somebody from the same group you were just in.
Yeah.
So there's different, there's a whole like computer model.
You think they should just get rid of that rule? Like,
no, I like that rule. That's some intrigue.
You don't think like United and Chelsea should get paired together?
No,
like
they'll play each other later on. Like,
I don't think there's any problem with that.
Read some of the matchups. We'll kind of like do like a rough prediction. We'll talk about it more when it gets there.
A rough prediction?
Yeah. What do you think?
RB Salzburg or FC Bayern München?
Bayern München. I like Salzburg. I root for them. I bet I have like a little bet with like some big odds on Salzburg to win the Champions League. And Karim Adeyemi, their forward, to be top goal scorer. I think he only has 4 goals. So I'm rooting for them, but like they really got, kick in the teeth with this one because I think Bayern Munich's the best team in the world right now.
And wasn't Salzburg winning the group?
They're winning the group
at the last.
So with 2 games left, they played Lille. I think they went to Lille, lost 1-0.
It's Lille.
Yeah, sure. I'm not French. And then they couldn't catch them from there. But they had a chance to win that group. I would have cashed another bet too with that, but
yeah. So I mean, Bayern's one of the favorites to win. So
yeah, I think Bayern's the strongest team right now.
They were a little weak for a little bit because of they had some COVID problems, I think.
Really?
Yeah, but they'll be good. I mean,
I'm a big Julian
selection.
Nagelsmann guy. I've talked about it on this podcast too. He's taken that team that was like already kind of a machine and like just kept it rolling. I mean, most of the same players, strong team, but like that guy is just a smart guy. Like he's so when Jesse Marsch got fired, people were like, yeah, Leipzig's playing bad. But like Leipzig's so like they sell a bunch of players all the time. And Marsch came in to replace Julian Nagelsmann, who's literally to me, like a generational coach. Like in this generation, like Pep is a little bit older, but like you have Pep, you have Klopp, and like those guys underneath is like Julian Nagelsmann's right there coming through. Like he's the young guy. Like he's the top coach of the generation.
Okay, Ajax and Benfica. Do you know anything about Benfica?
No, I couldn't tell you one thing about Benfica.
But Ajax has got Haller.
Ajax is playing great, dude. Top the group. I think they were the only team to win all of their games.
Is that true?
I think so, yeah. Or maybe it was Liverpool.
Yeah, so I mean,
couple good games coming up. What's next?
United and Atletico.
I think Atletico win that one.
Really?
Yeah. Trippier on the right wing.
Yeah, dude.
Trippier whipping in balls from the right wing back spot, dude.
Against his English teammates. That's a matchup I can't wait to see.
You're speaking English, don't?
Yeah.
What else we got?
Liverpool and Inter Milan.
I think Liverpool win that, but Inter's good. Inter's pretty good.
All right. I must have finished second, right? No, Liverpool won all their games.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I think Ajax might have tied or lost one. The thing with Liverpool is that they have all these African guys going to the African Cup of Nations in like sometime in January. So they're going to be tired. I'm sure they're going to have to rotate the squad. Like, I don't know, man. Maybe some guys pick up injuries.
Yeah, but they got Origi.
No, okay.
And, like, he's been balling.
Dude, Origi just scores goals at like, it's like, oh, I haven't heard about Origi in 3 months. He comes in and just scores like a sick winner.
Yeah, but they'll still have like their defense. They'll just be without Keita, Salah, and Mane.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
What's the next game? So you're going Liverpool as well?
Yeah.
All right. What's next?
City or Sporting Lisbon.
City. Yeah, I think City's probably the second strongest team in the world right now.
Dude, they just beat Leeds 7-0.
Yeah.
That game was crazy. Like right from the jump, City were like all over them. It was it was like weird. I've never seen a game where like a team just comes out and it's just like instantly
dude,
creating chances.
Marcelo Bielsa does all this weird like man marking stuff. It's like City just tears that up, dude.
Yeah. So anyway, I like this matchup, Chelsea and Lille.
I think Lille's gonna win. Dude, Chelsea haven't been playing as well. I think Tuchel came in and obviously like Chelsea started playing well under Tuchel, won the Champions League, and like they started off this season on fire. But like I think Chelsea's like cooled off a good bit. And if Lukaku's not in form, like Chelsea has so many pieces that like none of them really get in good form. Like you can't like you look at that team, it's like is Havertz in form? Not really. Is Werner in form? He's never in form. And like Pulisic never gets a run of games.
I guess you could say they just need a forward to be in form.
Because
their defense is good enough.
Yeah.
Their defense is what is the best part about them.
Rudiger on any given day is the best defender in the world. Could be. Yes, class. But I think Lille's going to win that one.
Juventus and Villarreal.
I think Juve, but they're not looking too strong, dude. They're so bad in Serie A. I just don't. Every time I see Villarreal, I'm always like, Unai Emery's Villarreal. I don't know. I think Juve probably win that one, but
Villarreal is probably like, snap, man. We didn't make it to the Europa League.
Dog, what are we supposed to do in the Champions League?
We won the Europa League just to make it into the Champions League, just to finish third in the Champions League to make it back to the Europa League. And they're like, we moved on.
Unai Emery's Villarreal.
And then PSG and Real Madrid.
I think Real Madrid, dude. I'm going to go bold.
I'm going to go bold.
You think PSG?
Yeah, I think PSG wins.
I think Real Madrid are playing well. Ancelotti's men. Vinicius Jr. is like close to the best player in the world at this moment. We were talking about this the other day. You were trying to argue that Benzema was better than him, which like maybe Benzema's older and whatever, but like Vinicius is so good, dude. And like that,
you tried saying that Vinicius was on the same level as Mo Salah.
Yeah, it's not that. If that's a debate, he's so clearly on the same level as Mo Salah.
Dude, Mo Salah's stats are like insane.
Mo Salah's cooled off. Vinicius is just as good as Mo Salah.
Like, whatever.
It's very clear. Mo Salah, dude, against like some good teams, like he disappears. Mo Salah. Vinicius is 100% as good as Mo Salah.
Okay. Anyway,
but PSG, like if you told me like Mbappe just turns up for a game, like
I think with the games coming in like over 2 months, I think that's more time for PSG to figure it out.
Yeah, that's an advantage.
And honestly, I'm gonna go bold.
Oh,
I think
bold alert.
I think PSG might be better without Neymar. Like with no Neymar in the team.
That's bold. That's bold.
Because then you just slot Di Maria in there, and then Di Maria does some defensive work.
You know I love Di Maria though. Di Maria is freaking good. Yeah, I don't know. And you always need those like connectors in there too. The guys that
could be a TikTok clip right there.
Yeah? Gonna go bold.
Yeah, gonna go bold.
But like no context. It's like a 10-second clip. Neymar's better without PSG. Clip it.
Yeah. So
all right. So
who's your the Europa League? No,
who's your final real quick? Basically, who's your two best teams right now? Taking into account these matchups. I think it's a Bayern and City.
Yeah. City.
Just because of like PSG and Real Madrid could beat each other up, you know.
Yeah.
But if PSG was playing Sporting Lisbon, well, that can't. They both finished second, or Real Madrid was playing Sporting Lisbon, like I would say Real Madrid could.
When is the African Cup of Nations?
I'm not sure. I can't say I'm an expert in the African Cup of Nations.
Oh, it's January 9th to February 6th. So they're not going to miss any Champions League games.
No, they're not going to, but like they're going to be. That's a full tournament in the middle of the season, bro.
Yeah, so they rest up.
Dude, think about it. This time next year,
I think
it'll be like the World Cup.
The final.
I don't know when the World Cup final is next year, but like this time next year, like Pulisic could have just scored a winner to send us to the final, the World Cup final.
No, it'll be Pepe.
Pepe. All right. What else you want to talk about?
Did anything else happen?
Hey, is there anything like fun, like soccer wise, you're watching right now? Like what?
I've had a lot of time to catch up on my soccer watching.
I'm trying to think of like things like obviously there's like the games that come on like Premier League games we watch. We talk about MLS, USMNT.
I've been watching a lot of team training sessions. I follow this page on YouTube that just posts. It must take like the zoomed out version of training sessions.
Yeah.
Like Byron posts them a lot. This dude must get them and
Well, they're not
chop them up and post them.
Like sometimes a lot of those pro teams will post like their full training, but it'll be like a preseason training. It'll be something lighter. Like we've talked about like that PSV one. Like they've posted a full training, but it was like a weird one in preseason. They don't do much tactical work. So it's probably something like that. That's interesting though. Let me know who that guy is.
All right, I'll let you know.
I bet you gotta I love watching trainings, dude.
Oh, and also there's that Juventus. Nothing out right now.
Did you watch it?
No, not yet.
There's a Bayern one that came out too. Like it's hard for me to sit down and watch like something that's not in English, like with the subtitles. Like, I'm not saying it's not interesting, but like, I don't know. If there's a Neymar documentary coming out on Netflix, seems kind of interesting. Because I think it's more about Neymar, like the star, rather than like
Neymar, the footballer. Yeah,
I guess. I don't know. But PSG is better without Neymar. Apparently, this guy's gonna go bald.
I think they might be. Right? You want to do our USMNT draft?
Yeah, let's do it. I was trying to think if there was anything else like I watched that was interesting. I just finished rewatching the Bayern Dortmund game. Good game. I mean, I think ESPN Plus has like a tactical feed you could watch. It's really just a little bit more zoomed out than the actual feed. Like I was hoping it'd be like from behind the goal or something. I'd be like, yeah.
When you said you were watching the tactical feed, I was like, I looked over and I was
it's
like,
just like a regular. Dude, every like 5 minutes is actually kind of annoying. Every 5 minutes, it would like the screen. The game would be about 75% of the screen, and the other 25% would be filled by like stats. They would compare like different players.
The Bundesliga loves XG.
Yeah, I actually like the Bundesliga's broadcast and like different stuff. Oh, here's a theory that they actually mentioned it on the tactical feed. So maybe this is why I watched it. At one point, they compared Haaland and Lewandowski. And at that time, Lewandowski had like something like 8 sprints. Haaland had something like 17 sprints in that game. And it worries me that Haaland, he's so reliant on transition and sprints and being more athletic that maybe he keeps getting hurt. Like that hip injury that he had that kept him out like months at a time. Like, what if that's something that keeps going throughout his career? Like, I hope he learns to like take care of his body. It's not like I don't want him to like hustle for a loose ball. Like 17 sprints compared to Lewandowski's 8. And at that point, the game was fairly even. Dortmund just had more chances to counter. But if he's going to do that all the time, that's a lot of wear and tear on his body. And he's not a striker that's going to get subbed out. So that's all game. And if he's doing that stuff in like the 80th minute, higher chance for injury.
Yeah, but that's like one of his strengths, his like physicality and his speed.
Yeah, but you're hoping he develops like another part of his game where he's not reliant on those like transition moments.
I'm pretty sure he has a lot of parts of his game every time I watch.
I guess.
So what was your point there?
I'm saying like it could be, I could see why there's more injury concerns than people think. Like Mbappe, not worried about it at all. That dude's body is just made to play this game. Haaland, I think, is different because like he carries more weight, and like what if his knee starts to go or his foot starts to go? Like these injuries like add up. If there's a strained hip for 2 weeks, what if the next year he has a pulled hamstring, keeps him out 3 weeks? That stuff adds up for a big guy like that.
Yeah, you would know for being a big guy. Like you would know. Like,
yeah, I'm a big guy. Well, I thought you were gonna make fun of me for being a Josie Altidore fan with the hamstrings and whatever. But yeah, I am a big guy. Right. I like knock on wood. Like when I played, like I trained a lot, worked out a lot. Like I was fairly healthy. No, I wasn't like the most naturally gifted athlete or whatever, but I was never really like hurt. And if I was ever hurt, it was because I was trying to do too much like foam rolling or too much like targeting a specific area. But yeah. I wouldn't know because I'm a big guy, as you can see by me filling out this jersey. So you want to do a quick USMNT draft?
Yeah. How did we do it last time? Like, what was the order?
Did you go 1 or like somebody goes 1 and then I go 2 and then you go 2, or it's just 1? What is 1, 2, 1, 1, 1, 1? You can do that.
So one person gets the first pick. And
First pick, 2.
And then ones.
Yep.
All right, rock, paper, scissors, shoot for first pick. For decision to go first pick or 2 after.
Yeah. All right. Just best of 1?
Yeah.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. All right. So do I want first pick or do I want 2? I'll get first pick. You ready?
Yeah.
All right. I'll take Pulisic.
Do you want me to write them down anywhere on the field or just start listing your players?
Put him as like a left winger. And we'll move him around if needed, but like I would assume he's my left winger.
Okay.
Whose player chart is this?
This is a very advanced player chart that I'm looking at. It goes keeper, attacking left back, defensive left back.
Just in case you need to attack more at one game. Who do you got?
All right. I'm going to go Reyna and Dest.
Oh, dude, you took Reyna? I wanted him. Reyna and Dest, wow.
So you got 1 pick.
1 pick. I'll take Adams. Put him as my 6.
Okay, I'll take Weston.
Passing center back, sweeper center back. Dude, this list is ridiculous. Good need a center mid.
And just to make sure, these teams are for
like playing a game. What do you mean?
like right now.
Yeah. So like projecting someone.
Not for the future.
Like
Because that's something you would do. You would draft for the future. In this situation.
Oh man.
Come on, you know who plays where. Just
who do you have? McKinney?
Yeah.
I don't know what else to do. I'll take Musa.
Ooh.
I don't love the pick, but I think there's depth in other spots. Peppy.
Yeah, I'm actually gonna go Pepe.
Are you?
Yeah,
dude. I feel like he's
the US's best forward right now.
Is he a complete forward or just a scorer? I'll take. Dude, this is tough. Do I want to go left back or right back? You already took a right back, so I could. I'll take Anthony Robinson.
I'll take.
I feel like I'm forgetting somebody. Why'd you pick the most difficult to read list?
I'll take Walker.
Walker Zimmerman?
Yeah, center back.
I'll take Miles Robinson.
You got the Robinson brothers?
Yeah. They go out. I think they played against Mexico together, right? There's one guy in mind. Hopefully, don't take him.
I'll go Chris Richards.
All right. That's not who I was thinking of. I'll take Aronson. That's what I wanted. You put Aronson on the right.
I was going to see who you picked, Aronson or Weah, so I'll go Weah.
I forgot about Weah. Are we allowed to pick guys like – we have to pick guys that are generally in the camp, right?
Who would you consider picking that's been here?
I'll take – I need another center back. I need a right back. I need a 9. Taking Weah. Actually, give me De La Fuente. Move Aronson to center mid.
No way you picked De La Fuente, dude.
Yeah, why?
I'm the biggest De La Fuente guy.
What are you talking about?
And you're going to go and pick him.
Honestly, if you came up to me today and were like, I'm a big De La Fuente guy, I'd be like, no, you're not.
Dude, I was on the podcast talking about De La Fuente.
No.
Like 2 podcasts ago. So like back.
Give me De La Fuente, bro.
So back in September.
Aronson to center mid. Give me De La Fuente. I do you a favor to help out though.
Wait, Aronson to center mid.
Yeah.
Where you putting De La Fuente?
On the wing. Are you getting mixed up with
I was getting mixed up with De La Torre.
That's what I was thinking, yeah. Why do you think that was so funny? De La Torre.
Okay, so you're
I wanted De La Torre too, but I think De La Fuente on the wing is
Dude,
more
I
valuable.
completely got it mixed up. Okay, so you're probably not gonna pick De La Torre, are you?
Oh no, I could go
No,
into a fourth center mid. Adams the right back. De La Torre.
I'll go Stefan.
That's going bold right there.
He's go with his feet.
I don't know, man. I think Matt Turner. Should I pick Horvath? I need another center back. You already have 2 center backs. I can kind of wait, but I'm gonna go. Yeah, I guess I'll go Yedlin because you have Dest. I need a 9 and a center back.
Yedlin.
Yeah.
Now we're not pulling from each other's
Yeah, I know.
teams at all. So I don't even know who
I don't want.
I don't really want Bonds.
No. Joe Scally?
But I don't really want Joe Scally either.
What's wrong with Joe Scally, dude? Come on. Dude, he's Bundesliga.
Man. All right, I'll pick Joe Scally.
That was the most disappointed I've ever heard. Dude, think about it. There's someone out there that's like, yeah, I get Joe Scally.
Yeah, true.
All right. Who's my center back options? I'll take Mark McKenzie. What position do you
Hopefully
need?
he doesn't give the ball away.
Dude, Mark McKenzie's good. Get out of here.
I'll take Calvin Costa.
Oh gosh, dude. Sorry to hear that. What if I took legit?
If he does a job every time he's with the US, he does his job.
Except down in
when we ask him to do too much, that's when he doesn't do good.
Yeah, if you're bringing him on in the 70th minute,
same with
he's
Weston
fine.
McKennie.
You have no good passers at the ball, dude.
Just wait for my last pick.
De La Torre. So I need a 9. What if I just took legit and played him as a false 9? I'll take PFOC. I don't want Sargent, dude.
All right, my last pick is De La Torre. And then you want Turner?
Oh, yeah.
Horvath. Or Sean Johnson.
Sean Johnson, by the way, when we were talking about MLS, like Sean Johnson's legit. Like, watch him in that shootout. Like, he's so strong when he goes to make a save. Like, that guy's just an absolute tank.
All right, you want me to read? So this is Andrew's team.
Yeah. We read the formation.
So what formation do you want here?
Yeah, 4-3-3. One pivot.
So 4-3-3 with one defensive mid. His goalie is Matt Turner from left to right. Anthony Robinson, Miles Robinson, Mark McKenzie, and DeAndre Yedlin. Defensive mid is Tyler Adams. Jonas Musa and Brendan Aronson are his 2 center mids. And then Pulisic out left, De La Fuente out right, and PFOC up top. I'm playing the same exact formation just to match up well against your team. I think we would do good. Zach Steffens in goal from left to right on defense. Like Joe Scally and Des both play left and right. So like
you're probably better off just playing Des to the right.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Des on the right, Scally on the left, Chris Richards and Walker Zimmerman at center backs. Callum Acosta at defensive mid. And in front of him, Luca De La Torre and Weston McKennie. And then Weah on the left, Reyna on the right, and Pepe up top. My attack is pretty good.
No, dude. I think my team wins.
No,
dude, like, who's going to progress the ball out of the back for you? Like, Richards is good on the ball. Zimmerman's pretty good on the ball. 2, like, good attacking outside backs. But, like, who's going to progress the ball? Like, I would like mark De La Torre pretty tight and be like, all right, Acosta or Weston, you're gonna have to pass out of this, and they're just not going to.
Yeah, if you mark De La Torre too tight, then Reyna drops in and gets the ball.
That's the only thing I'm worried about. But that's why we have Anthony Robinson there to cover ground.
Yeah, but you forget like I have an extra attacker back here with Dest.
Okay, but like we're sound protecting in transition because we have McKenzie, Robinson. Actually, my whole back four: Anthony Robinson, Mark McKenzie, Miles Robinson, DeAndre Yedlin, all great athletes. We're going to be good in transition defense. And Adams is just a nice destroyer. And he'll just when Adams gets on the ball for my team, he'll just like pop it.
All right, this is tough for the listeners to understand because they don't see the team in front of them. So they're like,
You want to go? We'll move on after this. You want to go position by position real quick? Tally it up. We'll have to agree who's better.
We can't. That's tough. But all right, Zach Steffen or Matt Turner?
I'll give you Steffen.
Yeah, you better.
It's close though.
Left back, Joe Scally or Anthony Robinson?
So your team's always the first guy.
Yeah.
I'll be a sec. Anthony Robinson, I think, is better. You got to give me that
one. Chris Richards or Miles Robinson?
Miles Robinson, I think, dude.
Right now, yeah.
Yeah. Not for the future.
Walker Zimmerman or
Mark
McKenzie?
I'm super high on McKenzie, but I'd give you
Walker
Zimmerman.
Zimmerman's
Crazy you picked him
MLS
first.
Defender of the Year, too.
Last year, not this year. I don't know.
This year, too.
Really?
Yeah, back to back.
I will say, like, we sat like pretty close to the field, like right near Nashville's back line when they played the Union. Zimmerman, absolute beast, dude. He's just winning things in the air, like so composed when they build out. Like, you ever just like watch a game and you're like, holy crap, this guy's good. Like, this is such a high level. Like, Zimmerman was that. He's just class, dude. So strong.
Dest or Yedlin?
I'll give you Dest.
Thanks.
But not all the time. He's inconsistent.
Kellen Acosta or Tyler Adams? Weston McKennie or Jonas Musa?
So I'll give it to you, man. That's close. Just because of McKennie's like aerial threat.
And his like leadership qualities.
Yeah, dude, he's gonna get sent home from the camp.
Luca De La Torre or Brendan Aronson?
And he's got
as a center mid though.
Yeah, but him and Pulisic could rotate. If Pulisic wants to go find the ball, Aronson can float wide. And Aronson helps win the ball back.
All right.
It's good at counter pressing.
Pulisic or Weah?
Pulisic.
Yeah, you got that one.
Reina
or De La Fuente? I'll take Reina.
I got you.
And then to see who wins, it's Pepe or P-Fox.
No, dude, I don't know,
dude,
man.
You can't say it. Like, you can't say that.
Dude,
it's me. So like, I win 6-5.
It's so like, so I got but like my advantage with Pulisic over whoever you had Weah is like so big. You know, that's what you get for having the first pick instead of like the next two, you know?
You picked it.
It seems fair though. That'd be a good game. We'll let the listeners decide. Yeah. We'll put up a poll.
I remember last time we put our tactics, but that's too much.
Yeah, they'll know my tactics. My team's out to win the game, while you might just have to sit back and defend, and we'll expose your outside backs who aren't great at defending. No big deal. Something like.
We'll see.
So yeah, we'll post those on our Instagram and stuff. Who? What else do you want to talk about? Is that it?
Yeah. And on the half turn NFT.
Oh, dude, NFT. We're coming out with our cryptocurrency. They're called half tokens. We only accept those as when sponsors sponsor us.
OTH.
They're called Laos coins.
on the half coin.
On the half coin. Yo, we should get like a picture. You know how like the NFTs of like CryptoPunk or whatever are like all like pixelated?
Yeah.
We should get pictures of us and like pixelate them like. Yo, we have a potential guest that we could get, I think, in the future that like we think is funny, but like I don't know if anyone else would really know him. The guy from TikTok. We'll save it for later, but and then I don't know, we'll work on some stuff. Like if there's like topics that anyone wants us to cover, like let us know. Like I'm thinking, like I started reading a couple books, like and like some of these books, like relative to soccer, like I take notes. So that way, like we could come back to it and have a podcast about like certain topics. So like for example, like I'm reading a book now. It's called like How Elite Athletes Are Made or whatever. Basically, like it dives in all these studies about like how elite athletes like grow up. So the first chapter is about like a specific topic about how like most like top level athletes like are younger siblings because they grow up playing against their older sibling, which is so weird in our case because I'm much better than Chad. And you even had the advantage and I'm still better than you, which is crazy. But then the next chapter talks about like what kind of environment they're in, like when they play the youth sports, different stuff like that. So like I'm taking notes, and you know, if there's an interesting topic there that we could talk about, like I'll have the notes for it. So
would you say you read alongside with like highlighting things?
I just take a pen and underline. And then if I ever want to go back and take notes, I'll just go through the pages and like find what.
Do you ever use an ebook?
No, I need to feel the real paper, bro.
All right.
I also read Anson Doris. Is it Doris? I think his name is. He's the women's coach at North Carolina. Has like 20 national championships. Absolutely ridiculous. I read one of his books too, just about coaching and whatever, and like took some good notes on that too. So that'd be something cool like to share, but nothing groundbreaking. But smart guy. So
good soccer mind.
Yeah, you're talking about me, right? Good soccer mind. So yeah, anything else to talk about? I mean, my coaching's pretty much done for like, so our high school's done. It doesn't start back up till like workouts in the summer. Both of my teams like finished up. We start like indoor season soon, but that's just like one game a week, like maybe a practice a week if we get to it. That's pretty much it. Trying to play as many like indoor men's leagues as I can, but not a whole lot. So I'm rusty, dude. I need to keep playing. Like I'm not bad. Try to play as much pickup as I can, but like I wish there was more pickup around.
Yeah, no. Wish we lived closer to things. So like,
yeah, dude, I'm telling you, one of these times we got to go up. We should get a group of people and go up to this place called The Ground in New York City. They're if you just look up The Ground NYC soccer, it's like they have like a small like 5v5 like turf field like on top of a building in the middle of Manhattan, and they have like indoor, inside, like pickup and stuff. Like, dude, that place would be so sick to play.
Yeah.
All right. Anything else we need to cover?
No, I think my team won the draft and we went over some things that we missed the past couple.
All right. So we're going to get back to a more regular schedule. We're going to try and be more active on social media. So we'll be posting TikTok clips, trying to like get more active on Twitter and stuff. So retweet us, reshare all our stuff. So, and leave us a review on podcast platforms too. We good?
Yeah.
All right. Peace.